Montserrat Caballé is with me now on the telephone in Barcelona. Let's go back, if we may, to 1965. You had already been singing for 9 years. You'd made your debut, in fact, with the Basel Opera in 1956 in Switzerland. But then in 1965, there was a sensational event at the Carnegie Hall when, at very short notice, you took the title role in Donizetti's Lucrezia Borgia. And the house went absolutely wild. It's really been one of the great legendary days in the annals of operatic history. And you learnt the entire opera in 1 month.
I have never sung Bel Canto before in my life, before this 1965. It was an offer, very quick, because in less than 1 month, Marilyn Horn knew that she is not going to sing. And they were looking for someone to do it because of his waiting the child. She was pregnant. And the doctor advised her to rest. And they offered me that, and I refused the first moment. And I was doing here in the Opera House in Barcelona at that moment a for me, very important performance. And the conductor was Carlo Felice Cillario. And I comment to him as a good friend as I have been for all my life, on my beginning of the career, that they have offered that, that I don't know the opera, but I don't know how to sing Bel Canto. He was laughing. He was telling me, no, you have to try. I says, but look, I am singing now. In that moment I was singing Manon Lescaut with him in Barcelona. So one day he came to my home and tell me, try to do this. I says, I cannot do this aria at the beginning of the opera because I don't know how to do all these fiorituras, what they were there. And he says, well, bring me Così fan tutte by Mozart. You have sung that many times. I says, yes. My beginning in Germany was most of all in Mozart parts. And then he says, sing me the aria. And I sang the aria from Fior di Lice, the difficult one, the big one, where she has this, all that fiorituras. And he says, no, this is very well. Now sing the aria by Lucrezia, same way. And I say, but Maestro Cillario, I cannot sing Donizetti like Mozart. And he says, well, I don't say that. I say, try to sing this aria the same way you have done Fior di Lice just now. So I have tried to do it in the way I was singing Fior di Lice. And that came. And I told him, the maestro, I said, but maestro, this way is easy, but that is not Bel Canto. And he told me, well, Montserrat, what do you think Bel Canto means? I said, well, it's an style. And he told me, no. Bel Canto, it means beautiful singing. Don't mistake. And beautiful singing you do in all the composers. And I was so surprised. I said, you don't intend to tell me that I have to learn Lucrezia Borgia alla Mozart? And he says, yes. When you think you do that to sing Lucrezia Borgia well, do it. So I have done and learned the opera with him. And then I arrived in New York, and I thought, well, if they will accept me, what they will think. And I saw in the first moments that they were enchanted with what I was doing, the director of the American Opera Society. And then arrived the day of the concert performance, and so it happens when everyone knows. And I was so surprised. And I was more surprised that next day in the newspaper stand these phenomenal phrases, but the one that to me was a real shock, it was this says, I am the specialist of Bel Canto. They were waiting for years. So that was for me a shock, because for me, I don't knew what Bel Canto is. But then I realized that Maestro Cidario was saying right. Bel Canto means beautiful singing and follow the indications of the composer. And since that day I could sing all the Donizettis. To me, at the beginning it was alla Mozart, like I say. But then after I understood this, you have to sing with a great fiato phrasing, line to do it, beautiful fiorituras, but not exaggerating, and singing with taste, and follow the indications of the composer. And to my happiness, because this is the way Donizetti has write that opera in many, many places of the night. It is an accent of P, which means pianissimo, or 2P, that means super pianissimo, and following the indications, it was then, I don't say it was completely easy, but very easy. This is the way I was introducing myself to Bel Canto. And they named me specialist. I don't know if I have answered your question.
It's wonderful to hear all that. But also, I mean, as well as all that extraordinary story, which is a beautiful story, that.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lovely story. I didn't know it, actually. I've never heard that before, and so it's wonderful. But also, I mean, you learnt the whole opera in 1 month. That's extraordinary.
Yeah, it was 1 month, yeah.
But I mean, you know...
But during I was singing this, and I was learning the marshalling of Caballé, because coming back from New York, I was in the festival in Glenburn, and I was supposed to sing the marshalling, and I learned like a crazy woman, and I was learning both, and both was excellent, because I have sung many Strauss, that is true, before 1965. I have sung Chrysothemis by Electra, I have sung Arabella by Strauss, Capriccio, Salome, of course. And to me, it was, I don't say it's easy, but it was not difficult, the marshalling, after singing all the other Strauss roles. But, of course, it was very different a style from Donizetti's Lucrezia Borgia, but I make it. I was having a quick memory, and I still have, thank Lord, and I was having also a quick way to learn.